was rolling, no rehearsals, niggas. Let's scared money never made a fucking purchase, niggas. Look at all this game in my verses, niggas. I swear that I would never have to work for niggas. I sacrifice like every nigga in my circle, nigga. Now work towards every summer like the circus, nigga. Born in the bank, y'all clowns is crazy. These diamonds is flawless. That shit is for games. Just don't be your
Peace. Peace. I am striving to go live on multiple platforms at the same time, so please be patient with me real quick as I strive to navigate this for the first time. So, how y'all doing out there, man? If you can hear me, press 1 in the comments for me if you can hear me. Testing. If you can hear me, please press 1 in the comments if you can hear me. That'd be really appreciated if you can press 1. I am striving to go live on my Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time. So, yeah. So I just wanted to tap in. Okay, got 1 on there. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Striving to see. Got a couple of questions and just some updates where I'm at in life and what's relevant, right? So, real quick, I am almost done with the ebook. The ebook that I'm finishing up is the one that's teaching people how to monetize themselves online, how to take their ideas and really identify ways to make money online through gifts. You know, we all have a gift. We all have talents. We all have the ability to take an idea and monetize it. And sometimes when you're a spiritual person, when you're a good person, you know, you really don't want to charge for what's a good deed, right? This is something that really has handicapped a lot of individuals who have great ideas with a good heart and good intentions. They're more so focused on, you know, just doing it for free all the time. And sometimes people be willing to pay, but they won't. And I've dealt with this myself. So speaking from experience, I've learned that, hey, if God gave us a God-given talent, God gave us the ability to create something, and someone's willing to pay us for a solution that we have for them, whether it's holding them accountable, whether it's coaching them through certain seasons of their lives, whether it's a health thing, mental, whatever you're doing, you know, even creativity. A lot of time we don't see our gifts as value. And this is what hinders us also from charging or putting a fee on something that's good for us. I mean, that, you know, that's good for other people. So like the ebook is going to touch on, it touches on really for beginners, people who really don't have the confidence, the understanding of, I should have shared my screen to show you, but that's not what this live stream is focused on. So, you know, a lot of people don't have the confidence to go live and tell their story. A lot of people don't have the confidence to not even like, it's not about us not having the confidence to go live. It's not about us having the confidence to execute on something. It's sometimes we don't even have the knowledge to do it, right? So we first got to learn how to go get the knowledge. And the ebook is teaching you these things, like the knowledge that you need is in a great format. I think it's a nice book. I really do. So I plan on finishing this week and releasing it this week. So man, I hope those of you who are aspiring to leverage social media to create a stream of income for yourself really gravitate towards it and really take hold of it and apply it, because we live in a new time. You know, if you really think about it, we living in a time like how our parents, those of you who are the 80s baby, I'm an 80s baby. So those of you that was born in the 80s and your parents were just coming up and hip hop was coming up and the music was changing and the swag, things was changing. And they were reluctant to understand like what was going on in modern times. We are at risk of becoming our parents if we don't understand modern times and understand things have changed. Like doing things in person is changing, right? That's why you see a lot of collaborations now. You see a lot of collaborations in companies. You first begin to see it in things like you know, your phone service bundling, right? With different companies. You have Verizon, you get Disney Plus, you get Hulu, you get ESPN, right? But if you have T-Mobile, you could get some other collaboration of different companies that are totally different from just getting a phone, right? Like you're not just getting a phone now when you on your plan. It's a choice, right? But you have the choice to get the bundle of different options and not just the phone. Like getting Disney Plus with your phone has nothing to do with your phone service. If you have a problem with your phone, you're not going to call Disney Plus and say, hey, my phone is not working. You're going to call the phone service, right? But now if your Disney Plus account or your Hulu account is not working, you're going to contact those companies. So this is giving you a variety of opportunities here. So just even in a sense of going somewhere in public now, that's why now, shopping centers are changing, right? Malls are pretty much extinct. Then I mean, you still have a couple here in Arizona, but I mean, they're not the same, right? They're constantly changing out the concept or what we're used to in regards to going for a mall experience. So in business, the topic, the normal way that we're used to it, especially from the 80s, the 70s, even the early 90s, you're seeing a change in how people shop and how people entertain themselves. People are doing virtual dates, right? People are doing everything virtually. There's a way to do everything virtually, right? So if you're not in the virtual space, the digital space, you will be left behind. I don't care what type of service you provide. If you have built a company, if you've lost weight, if you graduated school, there's something you can teach digitally that will build your audience, that will create a stream of income for yourself. So that's one thing I wanted to just share with, as I said, like with an update or whatnot. I hope this is coming through clearly. If you're present, or you watching the replay, press 1. Again, I'm streaming through my StreamYard for this thing's my second time using it, really learning how to navigate all the platforms simultaneously. So the second thing I want to discuss is like really assessing where you're at in life, really looking at yourself and striving to identify, the areas where you need to improve you. Because if we don't look at ourselves and we don't hold ourselves accountable for assessing ourselves to analyze, like, how am I thinking? How am I solving problems? How am I approaching life? How am I going through life? Am I going through life in the same tax bracket, in the same level of thinking? Like you're still thinking, if you're still dealing with problems from when you were a teenager and now you're in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s, like I'm talking about, even if it's a traumatic experience, if it's something that happened to you when you were 10 and it's still prevalent, powerful in your life today as an adult, what is that stopping you from like attaining? What is that stopping you from becoming, right? From you in your growth. So I look at, life today as a grandfather, as a father, as a friend, as a business owner, as a person, in all these categories, of titles that I possess. I'm looking to see, am I getting better as a father? Am I still parenting my 2-year-old at like my 28-year-old? Am I parenting my 14-year-old, like my 10-year-old? Like these are different people, right? And as a parent, if you have multiple children, you would understand that you can't parent all your children the same, right? So, however, I've been parenting for over almost 30 years. So if I'm still parenting the same way I was damn near 30 years ago, have I grown? Have I evolved into understanding, what it's like to raise a person, right? Because we if you got multiple children, you them first ones or two, those are the lab rats, they call them, right? Those are the ones that we learning how to be a parent, and we're learning cues and different things like that. But are we getting better in our ability to bond and to connect with our children? Are we getting better with listening and hearing our children, right? So, and as a business owner, is my business growing or is it stuck? Is my business modern or is it outdated? So constantly reassessing ourselves to be aware, like, okay, what am I doing differently? What is it that I can do different, right? Am I constantly repeating traumatic experiences in my life? Rather, am I constantly picking the wrong person to date? Am I constantly going after the wrong career or job? And you will notice things that they're constantly being disrupted, right? Like if you're constantly going from single to dating, what's changing in your life? If you're constantly going from employed to unemployed to employed to unemployed, what's changing in your life? What's changing in how you conduct yourself? I've attended a few workshops, and every mentality of workshop I've attended, from Eric Thomas to Grant Cardone to Brother Ben X, all these different workshops and seminars, the main focus of growing is constantly being aware of how you're thinking. It's how you approach problems, how you solve problems. So if you're not able to look at yourself and see growth, it's like if you're losing weight, right? You want to see the weight drop. Being someone who has studied weight loss and weight gain for the last 12 years, I can tell you that I can look at myself and tell what state of mind I had to be in to lose the weight. So this is it's the mindset is the key to developing the lifestyle that we want. If you're saying, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, right? Whatever it may be, create a business, graduate from school, go back to school, start a business, start whatever goal or entity it is in your mind that you want to manifest, you're going to have to consistently hold yourself accountable to looking at yourself and saying, what progress am I making? What progress have I made since I've stated what I would like to do? Remember, when you say you want, it's for you. This is why when I teach and coach people, I tell them, what do you enjoy doing? Don't just say you want to get into business. This is why most businesses fail, because people just want to make money. If you're focused on making money, you're going to always fail. You're going to always be going from this to this to this to that because you're not passionate about it. It's not really endeared to you. This is why the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that like your purpose in life is something that you do naturally. And like I stated earlier in this video, it's like when it's something that's natural to you and it's not like you will do it for free, you will do it for free, even though you have bills that's due. And that's not fair for you, nor is it respectful to God, because God gave you a gift. And he said, here, this gift will make room for you. Right. So a lot of us avoid scripture. A lot of us are so spiritual that we don't read scripture. I don't get it. But anyway, that's not the topic. So like these are the words of God, saying, hey, I've deposited something in you that will expand your resources, that would allow you to live a joyful life. God don't want if you could create the trees and the stars and all this, how would you create a creature, a human being that cannot do the same? And then say you're the father of that child. It's like if you see LeBron James and his son now, but if you'd have seen his son 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, it wouldn't be a shock to you at that time to say, oh, his son is going to play basketball or will have the option to play sports, right? Why? Because of what his father has done and does. So if you hear me speaking and doing the things that I do, you're not going to be surprised to see my children doing similar things. Why? Because you see what the father has done, right? Or the mother. So with God being the father, if he has the ability to manifest all the things that he has from his mind, then what divine right do we have to say we cannot do the same? What is it in our mind that allows us to disconnect the reality of our gifts? So again, this year I really want to just focus on people understanding that they have the ability to impact people's lives by simply just sharing what they know, sharing what's in their mind, but at the same time being aware that they've grown. If you haven't grown through nothing, then you can't teach nothing. If you've never taken the time to really challenge yourself to grow from one mindset to the next, you cannot say, hey, I can show you how to do this. I can monetize this experience. Like I can teach someone how to get through a divorce. I've been married for almost 2.5 decades. It's like you go through something that someone else hasn't experienced. But it's all about your mindset. The mindset that I was in while going through my divorce is not the mindset that I'm in today. Like I was not being like I was the same person. So you're the same person in these different situations, but there's something in your thinking that shifts. And if you're not aware of the shift, you won't be able to see if you're making progress. You won't be able to see if things are actually coming together, right? If you're saying, again, we use fitness. If you're saying you want to get stronger and you come in the gym benching 100, you know what I mean? And then you go to you see yourself after a month and you're still benching 100, you can say like, man, I'm still benching 100 pounds after 30 days. Damn, what am I doing wrong, right? But if you go from 100 to 115 to 120 to 110, you can be able to say, oh man, I gained some strength, right? So in your business, in your life, if your business is making $30,000 annually, and if that's your goal, you made your goal. But if your business is like, man, if your goal is, man, I want to empower people, I want to really impact the world, I want to be able to, like, I don't really believe in employing people. I rather more so that contract. I would rather keep people in the option of being free rather than to say, hey, you work for me. You could work with me. We could do some things together, but I'm not in the aspect or the mindset to say, I want to make you I don't want to say it's a slave, but I believe everybody has the ability to create their own reality. So I don't like. So it's not. I don't want to say I want to have 1 million. I want to have 500 employees. Like no, I rather have 500 people that create their own jobs and ways to do what they do. Like if you come and we do business together, I don't care if it's a consistent thing where you're getting a monthly income or payment from me. I don't want to identify it as oh you work for me and you do. You get what I'm saying? So, just to stay on topic with the update and everything. Again, we got the ebook coming this month. I intend to do more lives, more focused lives and presentations as well starting this month. So just man, subscribe, like, and all those great things to make sure that you get these updates. But here it is. This book is available now. I have not put my website together, so please, I do have a family to provide for. I have to work, and you got to get that. Sometimes you got to focus on the main income while you're building other things, and you make time. Like it's 7 a.m. This is the time that I have to go live, just update and talk and XYZ to sit down at my desk and do this. So like I literally got to get ready to go, right? Like I got to dip. So but you can still get this on Amazon. Again, it's only gonna be for a limited time. Here's why: because Amazon, like I like to acknowledge those who support me. I like to know who rocks with me, right? So when I put my stuff on, when you put your stuff on Amazon, Amazon does not give you the email, the phone number. It don't even tell you nothing about who bought your book or your product. And that's cheating you as the business owner, it's cheating me as the brain of this. I have something that interests you. I have something of value for you that you took time out to purchase, and I can't even thank you. I can't even send you an update or even inquire if the product reached you. Right? So now this is like people think so, oh, put your stuff on Amazon. Like, no, because Amazon is robbing you of the information of your customer. This is why it's so important to have your own customer list, right? So I don't want y'all waiting for this beautiful information. So it's available now. But and this is what you can do. If you order it through Amazon, inbox me directly your email address information, and then I can put you in mail the email list and things like that, so that you can receive updates and discount codes and just information that you get from just being there, right? Like everything don't go on social media, so to speak. So so I intend to have the website back up this month. I intend to shut down Amazon, or just make it like a ridiculous amount where you don't buy it on there, because they make it complicated for you to take your products down. So man, outside look nice, man. I'll keep looking out the window. But yeah, anyway, so I'm about to end this live. If you have any questions or you would like to get this book, it's on Amazon. Unlocking Weight Loss. This is like it's just full of information and mindset adjustments that you have to go through to really change your mindset with losing weight and accomplishing your goals. Everything is the same, man. I'll tell you, when we really understand that the way to repair your relationships with your family, the steps to building a successful brand, the steps to losing weight, the steps to becoming spiritual, all those principles are the same. They do not change. The amount of energy that it takes to do nothing is the same amount of energy it takes to do something. So don't overthink some of these things. None of these things. Don't overthink it. Just when you have an idea for yourself, do the research, right? In business, it's called market research, data market research. You want to look in the business and see, you want to do research to find out, is this idea even a need at the time, right? Is it a need right now? Is it an innovative idea? Like what is it? Is people looking for it, right? You don't want to create something that nobody wants. Now you can create something nobody knows, like you can innovate something, because a lot of, like, when you think about the iPhone and technology, it wasn't necessarily something that nobody wanted. It was something that people didn't know what it was, right? So they had to, now when you get into, you got to convince people to to try something, right? So anyway, it's all the same though. It's all the same. It's like you have to be willing to do the work. That's it. We have to be willing to do the work. So I want you to take away from this video, really look at yourself, be honest with yourself, right? Like if don't get caught up in no trends. If you're talking about like dating, don't get caught up in no trends. People say, I'm single by choice and I'm single while I'm working on myself. And it's like, if you were sick, would you go to the doctor if that's your thing, right? Because I'm not going to the doctor for I'm gonna go to the garden, right? But again, if you have a problem, right? If you have a problem and you need a solution, will you go to someone with the solution, or will you remain to yourself? Even if you like, let's say you're striving this way, but you don't have the funds to get a personal trainer in person, YouTube is free, right? So you're still gathering research to do so. You went to somewhere to get the information that works for you. So my point is like, when I say don't get caught up in trends, like don't get caught up in trendy shit. Like people be so easy to regurgitate things as if it's automatically correct. Like it's automatically correct that because everybody's saying it. No, like, do we live in a messed up world? Yeah, that's reality. It's actuality. We live in a crazy world, right? However, it's still a beautiful world, right? We have a choice to live in the ugly part of the world, or we can live in the beautiful part of the world. This is a choice that we have. What do I mean? What I'm saying, it's always about choice. It's all about your mindset. If you're tired of repeating seasons in your life, or you're constantly going from, man, I can't pay my rent. Every month you're struggling to pay your rent. If you're struggling to pay your rent every month, you have to look at yourself and say, what can I do different? What do I need to sacrifice to change this? Because it's not that you can't make the money. It's not that the economy is so bad that you cannot afford to pay your rent. It's not that you got to constantly go to churches and different resources other than yourself to get the funds to pay your bills. If you're constantly there, then you have to look at yourself and say, what's in my thinking that's allowing me to remain in this situation, in these circumstances throughout my life? If you're not able to say, man, it's me. It ain't the government. It ain't the white man. It ain't my cousin. It ain't my mom. It ain't my upbringing. It's me. It's something that's holding me back from saying, man, I can do better. I can change my circumstances, especially if I have faith, especially if I think there's a God which all by itself is enough to change our reality. I don't care if you have a business. If your business is only making $500 a month, if that's okay with you, that's fine. But if you want to get to where your income, your ideas can make a sustainable lifestyle for you, then you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to be willing to look at yourself. I have to be willing to look at myself and say, you know what? I'm doing something wrong, or I'm not aware of something, because I'm still figuring out every month how to pay my phone bill on time, how to leverage and like there's some, I don't want to, unless that's just the lifestyle that you want. Now, if that's the lifestyle your goal, then all praise is due to Allah, if that's what you desire. But if that's not what you desire, if that's not what I desire, then I got to look at myself and say, what can I do differently? We can't say we too busy. We all have the same amount of time in a day. So it's how we leverage our time. It's how we really say, how much time we put into the things that we say we want to do. If you say you want to lose weight, you say you want to build your income, you say you want to heal the relationship with your child, if you say you want to heal the relationship with your parent, and in some cases, this is doable. If they're willing to do their part, right? We're not going to beg nobody to change. We're not going to beg people to change or to see themselves. See, that's the eyes can see everything but themselves unless we put a mirror up. We have to be willing to put our mirror up and look at self intentionally and say, you need to make some adjustments. I don't care if you're making $1 million a year or $1 million a month. You can't make 1.5. You stuck? You stuck? You can't find a way to make 1.1, 1.6. You stuck? God doesn't stop. God don't limit himself. You limiting yourself again if that's what you want. But if that's not what you want, then I have to look at self and say, what am I doing that's preventing me from growing my income, growing closer to God, growing closer to executing my goals faster? Like, how can I look at myself and say, I believe in the unseen, I believe in God, I have faith, which means, you know what I'm saying? Faith only means that you don't understand every step. You don't see a way out necessarily. The only thing you know is that the faith of a mustard seed, you can do anything. That's all you know. So that means that faith only means that you know that the outcome is going to be in your favor. Even if it's a painful outcome, it's in your favor. Building a business ain't light work. Growing closer to God ain't light work. Fulfilling your purpose ain't light work, meaning it's not an easy journey. If that's why they say the saying, you heard it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? If it was easy, right? But to those who's willing to have faith, not only just in God, but in themselves, to say, you know what, I deserve this, I can do this, I can make this happen. I can get this weight off. I can heal my marriage. I can save my relationship with my child. I can build that multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company. I can do these things. I can ride that bike from state to state. I can empower the youth. I can share my story. When you get to that level, it's a whole different. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you some sacrifices, like your time, your resources, time which you got to be willing to sacrifice. And if you're not willing to sacrifice to grow, how are you gonna accomplish anything? You stuck at the same job for how long? In the same position or the same income, and you're afraid to come outside of that space? You're not growing into a place where you can enjoy life, and you're going to stay where you at? You're going to continue to avoid looking at self? It's not your employer, it's you. So really, the title of this is, where are you in life? Where are you at in your life where you can really say, this is where I want to be? This is it for me. This mentality is getting things done for me. But if it's a mentality where you're constantly looking back saying, new year, new me, but it's the same, you got the same obstacles. You still got the same problems from 2020 to 2024, the same problems. Like, I'm blessed to grow and been through so much in my short 40 years on this beautiful planet. I can honestly say that anything we dealing with in life, anything, I don't care if it's the loss of a loved one, anything we deal with in life, it does not take long for us to be able to persevere through it. If you're going through something in your life, this is the obstacle, this is the loss of a child, the loss of a parent, the loss of a job, the loss of whatever, your business fails somehow, whatever it is, this challenge right here is not meant to stop you. It's not meant to say, go back. It's not meant to say, this is it, this is done, this is the period in your life. No, you keep going. Yeah, some shit gonna hurt, man. Some shit gonna rock. It's meant to rock you, but not stop you. Put that on the shirt, man. Somebody put that in the chat. It's not meant to stop you, man. Yeah, some shit gonna rock you, but it's not meant to stop you. You know what I'm saying? If you get in that boxing ring, hey, them punches gonna come, they gonna hurt, right? You gonna do the best you can to protect yourself, but you can't give up because someone get one in. You gotta learn how to move a little fast, duck a little better, get that counter in, keep going. This is why I got something else. It's over here somewhere. It's fight for life, no excuses, man. I got it on me. It's fake though. This is on me. You feel me? Permanent. This shit is on me. It's in me. Like I've been through so much in my life, and I'm like, man, yeah, I've seen things rock me. I felt it. I've been so up close and personal with so much, not just watching it, but I mean, I've been exclusively in it. Where I'm like, damn. Some shit to make you want to say, man, I'm through. I don't want to do this no more. You constantly, emailing, and if you're talking business, or you're figuring it out, you constantly striving to do the best you can, what you think, and yet it don't look like it's coming together. But if you in those moments decide to say, man, I'm not going to keep persevering, I'm not going to be persistent in this season, I'm going to just throw my hands up, I'm gonna just stay here. I'm gonna surrender to this. That's where the problem comes in. That's where we can say, man, I'm not growing. Right? I don't care if this business fails or this opportunity falls through. That don't mean never try another opportunity. If it genuinely was out of your control, something genuinely just did not work out, whether it was a lack of knowledge, a lack of resource, whatever the situation was, it doesn't mean that you don't pick up the lesson from that and carry it to the next assignment. You don't go from if you go to any school system, the level you start on, when you go to the next level, you don't forget the information before. You carry that information to the next level. You carry that information to the next level. Then when you go to the next level, you have an opportunity to take what you already learned, and now you're gathering new information to continue to build on the foundation of what you already know. And then when you go to that another stage, you don't forget those two. You now have 2 levels of experience to carry along with you to understand the information in this stage. Life is like cooking. You cook from scratch, right? And you understand, like, getting your food from the garden, like you have to plant the food first. You have to plant it in a condition that it's not edible necessarily unless you eat seeds or what. I mean, that's not the way it's supposed to be ate, right? So you put it in the ground, you go through the process of nurturing and watering it, right? Then you take that and then you get it to where it becomes harvest time and whatnot. Now when it's harvest time, you reap the harvest by plucking and whatnot, and then you season it. You gotta get the seasons, and it's a process. Then if you bake it, you make eggplant, squash, whatever it is, it's a process. There's stages. You don't leave the seed in the ground and forget about it. You don't put the seed in. Why am I AC? I'll turn that down. I don't want the air sound to be in my video, so I'm sacrificing for the quality of sounds. This sweater ain't even that thick, but it's anyway. It's the stages, man. That's all my whole, like, it's stages in your life, and you have to be able to look at yourself and say, did I graduate from this stage yet? Like I'm watching myself close. Like I've done so much to my body with weight loss. Like I've allowed dark moments to disconnect me from what I know that works. I've allowed pain to stunt me for a minute. I allow myself to intentionally go back and learn, okay, how much weight can you gain in a month? How much weight can you lose in a day? When I say you can lose at least 1 pound a day, I know what I'm talking about. I don't care what your fitness trainer say, what you research. I'm going on record to tell you, if you want to lose 100 pounds in 100 days, you can. It's your mindset. It don't take that long to lose no weight. I'm doing it in front of you. In June 21st, I just showed y'all the video last week, I believe, where I weighed 336 pounds. A month later, I already dropped 20 pounds. Within 30 days, I've already dropped 20 pounds. I'm showing you live right now that it's possible. I'm showing you the data. So anybody out there struggling to lose weight, I got material for you. I got literature. I got information for you. See, because being overweight is not fun. It's not sexy. It's not powerful. It's really a slap in the face to the Creator, because He gave us the ability to change our form, and we can do it. We go out and we eat and we consume the traumas of life. We consume, the heartaches of life. And we run with our mouths and our appetite to food that's unhealthy for us. And we allow ourselves to, gluttony, overeat and overconsume. I'm not trying to be politically correct. I'm really not. I'm not trying to be politically correct. I am the wellness preacher, right? So when I say this, I'll say this with all due respect. You're not fat because you're not eating. You don't have that. We don't have that excess weight because it's in our DNA. No, you and I have been obese, fat, out of shape because of the food we allowed to put in our bodies, the drinks we allowed ourselves to consume, the problems we allowed ourselves to solve through a pleasing meal. So when you really ready to address the truth, it's simple. The problem is simple: to lose weight. We all know we're not willing to do the work. It's work involved in unlocking weight loss. It's work involved. You got to look at self. Some of us is fat because of shit we experienced in life. Somebody broke your heart and you ran to some potato chips, a cup of ice cream. Some of us is fat because we refuse to address self. We refuse to let go of some shit, and we are holding it on and carrying it along, destroying our body. Our bones is strong, but they like think about it. It's almost like if you weigh 300 pounds, your body, your bones have to carry 300 pounds all the time. It doesn't get a break. Like when you stand up or you sit down and relax, your bones is still holding all the weight. So it's a reflection of self. When God gives you you are out of shape, overweight, and you can barely breathe, that is something that you're doing to yourself. It's not just the food. It's not the food. It's the mentality that allows you to continue to consume what you know is not good for you, which means you have a weak perception of your love of yourself. You cannot tell me that you love being out of shape. I've been out of shape. I've lost weight. I know what the fuck it felt like. So when I say the shit's not healthy, it don't feel good. So when you sit here and you lie to yourself, that's a mindset. It's a mindset that allows us to lie to ourselves and say something is okay. It's not okay when your stomach is sitting on your knees. It's not okay when you tucking your stomach into your pants. It's not okay when you can't even see. If you're a man, you look down, you see stomach, you can't even see your balls. That's not okay. So you can't sit here and tell me, oh, you living your best life and you can barely walk to the fucking corner. You living your best life, but you don't got no time for your children. You living your best fucking life and you have no time for yourself. You have no time to analyze yourself and really be honest with yourself. Say, damn, Lord, you need to get it together. Lord, as in you yourself. Like, you got to govern yourself as God, right? Because God should be within you. And if God is within you, he should be able to show you. He should be able to show forth. Oh, I got to go. So you should be able to show forth God in your life. There's no way you making $1,000 a month and God is pleased with you. There's no way you out of shape and God is pleased with you. Brother Jabril, man, Allah be pleased with him, said being fat is a sign of hypocrisy. Being overweight is a sign of hypocrisy. Being overweight is a sign of hypocrisy. Are you and I? I can admit that I was being a hypocrite. I know I'm going to eat shit that's not good for me, because my mindset said it was okay. You know what to do to get the weight off. You know what you're doing. Now, I'm not talking about the season where I can go back and hit you and talk and really call my ex-wife and say, hey, do you remember when I said, hey, I'm going to put on 20 pounds intentionally just to study this again and see how, like to really get the, oh, yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, she gonna bear witness, say, oh, he did that. That's why I have if I could show y'all many different photos of me in different seasons, and unless I tell you this is when I did this and this is the year, if I don't put the timeline together, you don't know what year it was, when it was, what you don't know. I don't care if it's I have so much. I just said I've been doing this for 12 years. It like when in 2012 is when it really began. When I told my wife, man, my health, my weight is connected to my purpose in life. So I've been studying this for 12 years. So I could come before you and say, hey, if you want to lose weight, it's two things you got to do. Accept the fact that you have to change your mindset. That's one. The second step is change your mindset. That's it. Again, it is our mindset that says, hey, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to Burger King. It's our mindset that say, hey, I'm not going to spend extra 20 cents or $1 more for the organic produce. I'm going to get the bullshit. That's what it is. I'm not going to go and research how to eat better. I'm going to just look at it and see if it looks good. And if it looks good, I'm going to purchase it. That's a mindset. That's a mindset thing. So again, if you want to fix your marriage, if you want to heal your relationship with your child, you want to grow closer to God, you want to lose weight, you want to improve your income, everything is a mindset adjustment. Because think about it. Just think about it. What makes you do the things you do? If you really ask yourself, what makes you go buy the things you buy? eat the way you eat, live the way you live. What is it? It is the way that you think about the situation. So when you understand that, you have mastered it all. When you and I understand that the key to our problems, the key to solutions is our mindset. So I really got to go. I pray that you receive, because I know I said something of value. So I'm not going to sit here and say I said something of value. I know I said something of value. What I need and what I will is that you receive it and apply it in your life and execute. Me coming and sharing what I know with you it's for me, because it gives me opportunity to empower you and to impact your life. However, if you don't take it and do something with it, that part is on you. That's your mindset. This whole video, where are you at in life? It's about mindset. It's about our thinking. We are so powerful. We see it all around us. People who come out the mud and build a dynamic lifestyle. Stop thinking you're going to die and go to heaven and you ain't got to work another day of life. You went through your whole life. I don't care if you're 99. You went through your whole life just waiting to die to go to heaven, so that you can walk on gold and have wings, and life is going to be a bliss, right? Like it's just going to be so beautiful. How many dead people confirmed that for you? How many people have you lost that you can't call up there and say, hey, yo, man, I miss you down here, bro. Man, yeah. Who that? Oh, that's Aunt. Tell Uncle, yeah, man. It don't work like that, G. It don't work like that. When you go in that ground or you get cremated, no disrespect, but when you go, man. Hey, when you out of here, you out of here, man. That's it. That's the period of your life of that aspect. And then a new aspect based on what you leave behind, you know what I mean? But I got to go for real. I do love those of you who have a desire to change your mindset, because I don't love everybody. Like, if you on that bullshit and you want to stay over there, I don't love everybody, you know. But if you really want to go within and do better, oh man, yes. If you're on Facebook, I am launching a Facebook group. That's what see, like, going within, it just reminded me. That's the third thing I wanted to share, was that the Facebook group will be ready this week. I am putting some pre-recorded content in there for those who join, so that you can know what to do, as well as just to see what it's about. Because we need, I want to build a community of like-minded individuals who's willing to be honest with themselves, say you're tired of being fat. Not just physically fat, but mentally fat. Some of us is mentally fat because we have so much information in our minds and we're not executing. And my coach says this, that sometimes you get so much information, it's called analysis paralysis, where you gain so much information on certain things from all these different influencers or researchers or whatever you did. And now it's like, man, I don't feel like doing nothing, because you got so much, you don't know where to start. It's so much things, so much information. So I want to build a community of individuals who really want to engage and build and grow themselves mentally, spiritually, and improve their wealth. Their health, which I do believe, and I understand that health. When I understand it differently now, we say health as well. Because if you have a poor mentality, you can't build a wealthy life. If you have a poor mentality, your health is going to be poor. If you have the quality of food that we choose to put in our body plays a part in our thinking. There's some chemicals in these foods that literally down your thinking and literally fucks you up. So I will that you take this information. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me, comment, whatever you want. That's great. I will respond when I can. I appreciate you. Please, if you're watching through YouTube, hit them buttons, notifications, subscribe, all that, so that when I do go live, I do post some more content, you get it. Then if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, you will get it as well. I do not promote my subscriptions, although I do have the subscriptions on Instagram, but I'm not promoting that or doing anything there. You can, again, if you're on Facebook, just follow me on my name is the Wellness Preacher, Kadir Muhammad, whatever. You can you can get the opportunity to join a Facebook group, because a Facebook group is going to be like again, it's a community of individuals who really want to learn more about this digital real estate, this online income, individuals who really want to shift their thinking, individuals who want to improve their health, individuals who need a safe space to just learn and grow. Okay. So that's how you're going to get there. You got to come to Facebook and tap in. What else? I said everything else. So peace. Oh, no. Remember to conquer your fears and embrace your purpose. Peace.